Hey, before we dive in, I got to be clear about something. I'm not a financial advisor. Everything you're about to hear is purely educational content. Most people are leaving thousands of dollars on the table every single year and they don't even know it's happening. Your employer offers a 401k match. They'll match, say, 3% of what you contribute. That sounds good, right? Free money from your company. But here's the thing, most people are only getting half of what they could actually get, and the fix is so simple, it's almost ridiculous. This is one of those moments where understanding one thing changes your entire financial trajectory. Let's start with what most people do wrong. You get a job, HR hands you a 401k packet. They tell you to contribute something. Most people contribute just enough to get the match, maybe 3%. They think that's the smart move because they're getting free money, and they leave it at that. But here's what they don't realize. Your employer isn't just matching your contribution once, they can match it multiple times throughout the year if you structure things differently. The match resets. Every paycheck cycle, you have an opportunity to hit that match again. But most people set their contribution once and just let it ride. It's like being offered a bonus check every month, but only picking it up once a year. So how do you actually double it? Let's say your employer matches 3% and you make 50 grand a year. That's $1,500 in free money if you contribute 3% every paycheck. But here's the move. You front load your contribution early in the year. You put in as much as you can afford in the first few months. Maybe you get aggressive and put 20% of your paycheck into your 401k from January through April. Your employer matches at 15 or 20% because that's their policy. They match up to whatever you contribute, up to the plan limit. Then you stop contributing for the rest of the year. You've already hit the annual limit. You get your money back in your paycheck for the other 8 months. But here's where it gets interesting. Some employers, depending on their plan, allow you to go back to contributing in the later months and get a second match. They'll reopen the matching opportunity because you're contributing again, even though you already hit the annual limit. It's not doubling in the way most people think, but it can legitimately increase your match significantly if your employer's plan is structured that way. But that's not even the best part. The real power move is understanding what your employer's actual matching formula is. Most people don't even read it. They just assume it's the basic 3% match everyone talks about. But some employers have vesting schedules that change. Some have higher matches if you've been with the company longer. Some have discretionary matches that can go up depending on company performance. You could be leaving hundreds or thousands on the table just because you never bothered to ask. Here's what you actually need to do right now. Go find your 401k plan documents. Read the matching section. Write down exactly what your employer will match and under what conditions. Does it reset? Can you contribute more to get more matching? Are there catch-up options if you're over 50? Most people never do this. They just click OK and move on. But this is literally free money sitting in your plan document waiting for you to understand it. Then, talk to your HR department or benefits administrator. Ask them directly, what is the maximum I can get matched per year? Can I front load contributions? Does my match have any special provisions? They know this stuff inside and out. They're not going to hide it from you. They're just not going to volunteer it either. Once you understand your actual maximum match, you can structure your contributions to hit it. For some people, that means contributing a consistent amount every month. For others, it means being strategic about timing. The other move that people miss is understanding the difference between a match and a profit sharing plan. Some employers do both. Some do one or the other. If your employer does profit sharing on top of matching, you might have even more opportunity you're not using. This is where it gets almost unfair for people who pay attention. Your coworker is contributing 3%, getting 3% matched, thinking they're crushing it. You're taking 30 minutes to actually read your plan, and you end up getting matched 6% or 8% or sometimes even more depending on your employer's structure. That's the difference between getting $1,500 in free money and getting 3, 4, 5,000. Over a career, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe more, and it costs you nothing except understanding your own plan. But here's the psychological part that keeps people from doing this. It feels too good to be true. It feels like cheating or like you're exploiting the system somehow. You're not. Your employer designed these plans knowing that most people wouldn't optimize them. They budget for a certain level of matching and expect to underpay most employees because most employees don't understand what they signed up for. You're just actually reading what you agreed to and using it correctly. This is one of those rare moments where the system has a legitimate free win built in, and most people just ignore it because they never bothered to look. If you want to understand the other money moves that the system doesn't want you to know about, the ones that actually stack wealth instead of just protecting it, hit subscribe. Because this is how most people leave thousands of dollars sitting on the table while thinking they're already winning.